helping all the souls. He is impartial. He never lets down any soul who surrenders to him. And he has taken a project to get out all the souls from the miseries and sufferings they are undergoing. As a matter of fact, what we can say about this is he has taken a very big project in his hands. To understand the principles of the Saiva Siddhantam, our mentors, our gurus, the sacred people, the godmen, whatever we may call them, they have spent their whole lives to preach the basic principles of Saiva Siddhantam. Most of the texts are available in Tamil. So when I was asked by Mrs. Saravanan that I should present the gist of Tirumandiram in English also, I was a little bit hesitant to take over the project, because if it is a science subject or a technical subject, it may not be difficult for me to present the details, because every details are available in English. Not only that, see, the Tamil books, they have given certain prescribed words for a particular thing to be explained. Those words may not be available, or the equivalent words may not be available in English. There are so many words in Tamil. I was finding little bit difficult to find the equivalent English words. But anyway, I have taken up the project, and I am going to explain you the preface song, the first song of the Tirumandiram, Ondaravan Thane, that song. Wherever it is not possible to find an exact word in English, I am going to put the Tamil word itself, so that let us get familiar with the Tamil word. And in future also, I will try to explain the details of the Saiva Siddhantam in English, but wherever the apt words are not available, wherever the apt sequence of words are not available, I may be permitted to use the Tamil words themselves. And English is a language, it has got developed through the ages to a large level. It has become the world language only because it accepts all words from all languages. If you just analyze the English words, most of them are Greek words, Latin words. Like that, English accepts. For example, English, there is a word rope, but still, when the English people were in India, they coined some words out of Tamil also. The rope in Tamil, it is kairu. So they call it as kayar, C-O-I-R, kayar, which means the rope. So likewise, English language accepts words from all languages, of course, to their slang and to their style. Okay, let us come to the Tirumandiram. Tirumandiram, you know, it has been gifted by the saint Tirumular. It is one of the 12 Tirumurais. the sacred prescribed text to worship the Lord Shiva, gifted by our mentors Triyana Sambandar, Tirunavukarasar, Sundarar, Manikavasagar. They all blessed us with Tamil verses called Devaram Tiruvachakam. Likewise, Tirumular has also gifted us with his Tirumandiram. Sekidar has clearly told us that Tirumular was the student of Nandiyam Brahma. Nandi is the student of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva preached the basic principle to Nandi. In turn, Nandi has 8 students in different periods. Janagati Munivar, 4 saints, they were also the students of Nandi. The great Nandi has also preached Patanjali, Yakrabadar. Those sacred people were also taught by Nandi. So in the list of students, Tirumular comes lastly. He says that he was taught by Nandi of Brahman. He was taught all the Agamams, 9 Agamams. Agamam originally what's 9 Agamams were uttered by Lord Shiva. They were uttered to Goddess Shakti, and in turn, again, Lord Shiva has taught all the Agamams, 9 Agamams to Nandiyam Brahma. As a matter of fact, 9 Agamams have taken subsequently to 28 Agamams. It has been described, or it has been bifurcated, or it has been further classified. Likewise, it has become 28 Agamams. Basically, there were 9 Agamams. Those 9 Agamams were taught by Tirumular to the subsequent his disciples. Tirumular not only preached the original text, but also he made it available to the people in Tamil also. That is why he came to this world, or rather we may say that he was sent by Lord Shiva. All sacred people were sent by Lord Shiva. They come here not to indulge or not to enjoy this worldly affairs. They are coming here to uplift their souls, suffering out of births and deaths. So Tirumular also was sent by Lord Shiva, even though David Chekrar is mentioning that Tirumular came to this world to go to Podigai to meet his long-lasting friend, the Agatya, the saint. He was in Podigai. We cannot say he was in. People believe that he is still in Podigai. He is a sitter. He is there. So to meet him, our Tirumular was coming from Mount Kailash to Podigai. So on his way, the grace was like that. He gifted Tirumandiram by giving out all his knowledge earned from Nandi in the form of Tamil verses Mandiram, Tirumandiram. there were sayings that Tirumular met a shepherd, like that. All those stories are there, of course. But ultimately, we have to understand why he came to the world. He came to the world to offer or to gift, to bless the people with the agamams in Tamil. We cannot be hesitant to say that he has offered only 9 tandirams, so that he has given only 9 agamams. The balance 19 agamams were not given by him. Likewise, we should not say, because these 9 agamams are the basic agamams for the 28 agamams. In all the 28 agams, what are the details available are available in these 9 agams themselves. So, if you are able to go through, learn, understand Tirumandiram, then we can claim that we are well versed with the rules of agam. What is meant by agamam at all? See, agamam has been originally gifted by Lord Shiva. Agamam describes what are the basic entities in this world, in this universe rather, why the souls are suffering, how to get away from the sufferings, and how to worship Lord Shiva, how to build a temple, how to perform the daily puja in the temples, all those details. See, to build a temple, Agamam is the basic book offering, prescribing the rules to build a Shiva temple. We cannot build a temple since we have a plot and since we have some funds. No, you have to abide by the rules. What should be its length, what should be its breadth, where should be the main deity, and where should be all other deities. All those details are available in Agama. Some temples are performing pujas in accordance to some Agama. So the temple is prescribed with a certain Agama, and the pujas are performed according to that Agama. Okay, so these agamams are the basic prescribed text which gives the rules, which gives all the details how to worship Lord Shiva. What are the duties of the soul to get away from the most damaging enemy? We may call it as an enemy. It's an inert power called Ondaravan. In Tamil it is called Malam. It may be understood as impurity. Ondaravam is nothing but the ignorance or the darkness of ignorance. As a matter of fact, it has filled our mind, making it to be inactive. That is why God has come forward to take the soul out of the darkness, its wisdom out of its darkness, by helping the souls and making them to try for the project. So we are all under a project. Each soul is under a project to get away from the sufferings and to enjoy the bliss of Lord Shiva. So, Tirumandiram gives the basic details for the puja and also the principles of Saiva Siddhantam, the temple details. All those details are available in the Sivakumar in Tamil, known as Tirumandiram. Okay, I think I have given a short introduction to the Tirumandiram, and with these details, we will go to the first song. It is called the preface song. Eh, when the authors are doing books, they will give a preface wherein they will make the readers understand that why the book has been made, what is the motto of the book, or what is the idea behind making such a book, what the author expects the readers to get out of the book, what are the messages, to summarize and to give the gist. They will give a preface before they present the book. So likewise, it is called in Tamil Payiram. Payiram, you may call it as an introduction or a preface, whatever you call. To start with, they will offer a prayer in all Payirams in introduction. The author will offer a prayer to the Almighty, begging him to complete the book, to achieve the goal in the right shape. Likewise, Tirumular has also offered the prayer song for Tirumandiram, starting with Ondaravan Thane. Some people say that, or in some textbooks, there is a prayer song for Vinayagar, Aindu Karathane. But all researchers have come to the decision, or have come to the conclusion that that song was not made by our Tirumular. In later editions, some might have made that song and must have introduced it in the book. Tirumular started the book only with this prayer song, Ondaravan Thane. That's what we have been told or informed by David Chekadar in his Periyapuranam. See, there are three types of prayer people are making. The first one is the Valthu. It is called, we may call it as the praising the greatness of Lord Shiva. Valthu. The second one is called Vanakkam. That is begging for blessings. Second one. The third one is Porul Yelbu Uraithal. Porul Yelbu Uraithal. That is, what are all the basic qualities of the Almighty in Tadatham? Tadatham means the level he has come down. The original, in his original level, nobody can understand, because the soul has a limited wisdom. See, if you want to measure the depth of an ocean, you must have the exact tools to measure the depth. Or if you want to measure the altitude at which a flight is flying, how will you measure? Can you measure it with a tape? Inch tape? Or can you measure it with a foot scale? This thing? No, you cannot do that. It requires special tools to measure the height or depth if it goes beyond certain limits. Likewise, if you want to understand the greatness of Lord Shiva, our wisdom is not at all adequate or sufficient to measure. So what we can do is, we can surrender to him, and he has come down to a level where we can understand, or we can try to approach him. So to that level first he comes down. When we approach him and surrenders to him, He takes us with Him to the height. You understand? The flight is able to fly at a very height, but it comes down to the ground level and allows us to get in. When we board the flight, it goes up. Likewise, He is coming down. Lord Shiva is coming down to the level, down to the earth. That's called down to earth. He is coming down. Without thinking of His greatness, why He comes down, what is He going to get benefited? What is He going to get out of that? Nothing is going to get out of it. Because He is not going to get anything from us. He doesn't need anything from us. Whatever we have, we're all given by Him. Suppose if we want to give garlands, if we want to give coconut, where do we get them? We get only from this world, and world is offered by Lord Shiva for the souls to live. So, what we can offer? We can offer our true love. That is the only offering. Our mentors, our great people, they are directing us to offer your true love is the only offering that God can accept. Other things you make for your self-satisfaction. So the first song, Payiram, first song is a song offered to the Almighty, prayer song, wherein Tirumular describing the basic qualities of Lord Shiva to make us understand what is He actually. That is the aim of or the motto of Tirumular to make this first song. Okay, let's go ahead with the first song. I think I have made clear some introductory points about this Tirumandiram, and let me go to explaining the first Payiram song. Ondaravan Thane இரண்டவன் கிண்ணருள் நின்றனன் மூன்றினுள் நான்கு உணர்ந்தான் ஐந்து வென்றனன் ஆறு விரிந்தனன் ஏழு உம்பர் சென்றனன் தான் இருந்தான் உணர்ந்து எட்டே. Okay, see, in Tamil, people adorning their song by different patterns. Here, the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, likewise it is going up to 8. So it is called in Tamil Yennalangar. That is making the song with the numbers starting from 1 to 8, adorning the greatness of Lord Shiva with the numbers. Okay, first of all, he is saying that Ondaravan Thane. So he is starting decorating the song with the number 1. Subsequently, Irandavan Innarul 2 and 3, மூன்றினுள் நின்றனன். Number 4, உணர்ந்தான் 4. Number 5, ஐந்து வென்றனன். Number 6, ஆறு விரிந்தனன். Number 7, ஏழு உம்பர் சென்றனன். தான் இருந்தான் உணர்ந்து எட்டே. He is not mentioning the number here, but 8 also denotes the number, but here it gives a different meaning. Even though it gives a different meaning, the word makes us to think about the number also. So he has put that word here, yette. Okay. The God is Ondaravan. Ondru Avan. Avan means the Almighty. Usually we used to say about God, Avan. He will take care of Who will take care of? He will take care of Avan. That Avan means the Almighty, the Lord. Ondaravan Thane. What Tirumular tries to impress? The Almighty or the God is only one. There are no two gods or three gods or four gods. It is a very basic principle or basic fact that we must be convinced and understand, and we should be stubborn and have the stable idea. That is, there is only one God. There may be a lot of religions, or there may be a lot of people worshipping different forms of law, Almighty. But Almighty is the only one. Ondaravan Thane, that is why he says. In Saivam, he has been named as Shiva. You name him as you like. Nothing is going to make a difference. See, he is God. He is the Almighty. He is nameless. He is formless. He has reached so much of height that these levels cannot reach him at all. That is why he has come down. So when he is coming down to reach different people, he may be in different forms. By assuming, by taking note of all these forms, we should not think that there are different gods. No, there is only one God. Only God. One and only God. In Tiruvasakam, Manivasakar will say, Oruvan Yennum Oruvan Kanga. He will say. Understand? Likewise, in what we can say in Meighandar, Sivanyana Bodham also, Undru Sivanyana Bodham. What he has said in Sivanyana Bodham, Meighandar, ஒன்று என்பது ஒன்று, ஒன்றே பதி. We must have a clear idea and we should not dilute this. Almighty Lord Shiva, or in Tamil it is called Padi. Padi is the only God, only God. You call him if you want to name him as Shiva, it's okay. Mahadevan, okay. Or God, okay. ஒருவடு தொழில் பெயர் ஒன்றுமின்றியே பரவிய நீ அவை பறித்து நிற்பது. All in Indralokam, they have gathered and they were in front of Lord Shiva and they were worshipping him in Kandapuranam. உருவடு தொழில் பெயர் ஒன்றுமின்றியே பரவிய நீ அவை பறித்து நிற்பது. விரவிய உயிர்க்கெல்லாம் வீடு தந்திடும் கருணையதையலால் கர்மம் யாவதே. Why you have come down to, and you are assuming name, you are assuming a form. Why? Only because of your kindness towards, your mercy towards the souls. That is the only reason. Why he must come down. What is going to get out of this project? Nothing. He has pitied, sympathized all these souls. What he thinks is these souls can be released, relieved from the darkness, ignorance, the great power, the inner power. He wants to get the people out of the class of the Anavam. That is why he has come down and he has done so much of the thing. He has created the world out of Maya. He has created the world out of Maya. Like a potter makes a pot out of the mud. So he has done a lot of things like this because to benefit the souls to get out of the sufferings. That we must basically understand that there is only one God and nobody can be compared to Him. And there is nobody to say in parallel to Him. In parallel to Him also there is nobody. There is only one God called Pati, and there are a lot of souls. And in between them there is a bondage. So these are the three basic entities. Padi, Pasu, Pasam. Padi, that is God, the Almighty, the only one. Lot of souls, innumerable, numberless, we cannot count. There is no accountability. A lot of souls are there. The souls are suffering. The God wants to relieve them. In between these two, there is a blockage, bondage, whatever you call, preventing the souls to reach the Almighty. So the God has taken up the project to remove the blockage, to remove the bondage out of the way. But He needs the cooperation of the souls. A doctor wants to treat a patient, but the treatment requires the cooperation of the patient. If the patient doesn't cooperate, the patient should also understand that the doctor is treating me. He must basically understand. He should not consider the doctor as his foe or enemy. So he must understand, and he must extend all cooperation for all the actions of the doctor. Likewise, the souls should understand what God is trying to do for us. And it should understand and help the God. And it should understand there is only one God, the Almighty. Let's call it Lord Shiva. Of course, Lord Shiva is the only one, but when He comes down to the earth to help the souls should understand Him. So, He is known as Ammayappar. He is known as Ammayappar because the souls are able to understand the love from father and mother. For a child, the love starts from the parents. So why don't we consider the Almighty as our parents? So Saivam seeks the method to present the Lord Shiva in the form of Ammayappar, that is the God and Goddess. The Goddess is known as Shakti, but never think that Goddess Shakti is a different God. You should not think that she is a different God and Lord Shiva is another God. Likewise, there are two gods. No, don't think like that. We should not think like that. That is why our Tirumular says that Irandu avan innarul. He says the Shakti, the goddess Shakti, is inseparable from him. See, Lord Shiva and goddess Shakti, Lord Shiva and Shakti, even though they are named as two different names, don't think they are different things. They are inseparable. This type of formation is called as Dadarmya Sambandham. See, Atvidam is a type of bondage that there are two things, but there are two things appearing to be one. There is one thing appearing to be two things. You understand? There are two different types of Atvidam. The one is, there is only one thing, but it appears to be two things. For example, Almighty, he appears to be Shiva and Shakti. This is called Dadanmya Sambandham, inseparable. Both of them are inseparable. How can we understand this type of relationship? How we can understand? This Dadanmya Sambandham can be understood by the example. The sun and its rays. Suryan Olikadir. We are enjoying the rays coming out of the sun. Sun is elsewhere. It is about 9 crores miles. But we are enjoying the rays here. So sun and the rays. But they are inseparable. Flower and its order. They are inseparable. But order is reaching a man in a different spot. The flower may be in a different spot. Can we say that they are different? No. They are inseparable. Another example I will tell you. Take a coin. It has two sides, head and tail. Why you call a single coin as head and tail? It has two sides. That's all. Can you separate these two sides? No. It's a single entity. Of course, it has two sides. They are inseparable. Likewise, Almighty Lord Shiva is the Almighty, is the entity, single entity. It has come down to help us, and we are looking at it as if it is of two parts. One is Lord Shiva, and the other one is the maternal side, that is Goddess Shakti. So we must understand, when we say that Shakti, we are referring to his power. When we say Lord Shiva, then we are referring to his bliss. He is full of bliss. Whoever approaches him, whoever reaches him, they enjoy him, they are full of joy, and they never suffer. But the only thing is, the soul should surrender and to reach him. So here, Tirumula says, Almighty is one, Irandu Avan Innaru, that is, his Shakti or his power is available in two forms. The Shakti is known in two forms. They may be known as Arakarunai, Marakarunai, or they may be called as Tiruvarul Shakti, Tirobhava Shakti. They are in two different types of the mercy, Karunai, mercy, or the grace of Lord Shiva. They are in two forms, Irandu Avan Innarul. What are those two forms? Why two forms? Let us understand. See, first of all, we must understand all the souls are enjoying this this world. They are doing some activities. Where actually we have come from? Okay, I am having a date of birth. Before I was in my mother's womb, where was I? From where I came from? Those things, if you just try to think over, it is called Atma Vicharam, Sat Vicharam. See, it is only an interim arrangement. The soul has a body and it is associating with these worldly affairs, and it is doing a lot of things in this world, and one day it is just disappearing. That's all. It is coming one day and going out another day. In between, it is doing a lot of things in this world. It's only an interim arrangement. It is not understanding. The soul should understand that it is an interim arrangement that I have come to this world. This is not permanent. See, a man may be building a house. The construction will take some time, say 1 year. Till that time, where will he be? Then he will take a place for rent and he will move out his things there and he will live there till the time the house is constructed for him. It's an interim arrangement that he has gone to a rented house. Likewise, we are all living in this body. We are all living in this body as an interim arrangement. We should be ready to vacate this place at any time the house owner asks us to do so. We cannot claim that it is our house and we are going to be here forever. Nobody was here forever. Anyone who comes to this world has to leave one day or other. That is the biggest fact that all should accept. Whether you accept God or not, whether you accept a soul or not, people are there. There is no soul at all. There is no God at all. Like the people are with much wisdom. They are called people with much wisdom. They call it as Pagutarivu. They may be claiming all those things. But even then, they will also accept that they will leave one day this world. That fact they have to accept. They cannot claim that I am going to be here forever. I have been licensed to live in this world forever. Nobody can claim. So it is an interim arrangement. In the interim arrangement, you must be provided with a body, you must be provided with these world things, you must be provided with tattvas, all those things should be given to you. Isn't it? Those interim arrangement is made by one of the Shaktis, one of the two Shaktis called Tirobhavam. Tirobhavam Shakti is giving you the body, the tattvas, you may call it tattva, the tools. So the interim arrangement is being taken care of by the Tirobhavam, Tirodhana Shakti. So it makes, actually, as a matter of fact, soul, it makes a whole world attractive. The soul thinks that it's going to conquer the whole world, it's going to live forever. So likewise, all those flimsy thoughts, the soul will think about because of its ignorance. What should we call it? Only ignorance, isn't it? If it is able to understand that is an interim arrangement, we have to leave one day or other, then it will be very keen where we should go after this interim arrangement. Where will it continue? Our further life will continue. The people who have made this interim arrangement, if you don't believe in God, somebody should have given you the interim arrangement. That interim arrangement given by God means what He expects out of it. Or the Tirobhava Shakti, what she expects out of this interim arrangement. Likewise, there are many questions about the Tirobhava Shakti. Tirobhava Shakti usually say that it will shield the Almighty and it will show only the world. That is why it is called a hidden power, Maraippu Shakti. It is called as hidden power or hiding power, whatever you may call it. It is a power that hides you from the fact that you have been given this interim arrangement for a permanent arrangement later on to be achieved. It may shield the God. It will make you the world more attractive and it will make you to act or act upon or be active to do so many things in this world. Because why she is doing like that? Because you are inactive in the darkness previously in Anavam. You were inactive. So God first wants the soul to be active first. By making them active, then He will freshen up their wisdom. Slowly their wisdom will get freshened up. After that it will think over why we should suffer, why this birth, whatever we do, it ends up in some misery. Why it should end like that? We have been doing so many things and we are reaping only, they are yielding only evils. Why should they? Likewise, the soul should think. Likewise, that is why God is very, very patient enough and is waiting. He is waiting for the soul to get his wisdom get clear. It's a long process. See, out of darkness, if you are in a dark room, if you come out of the room and expose yourself to the brightness, you will suddenly close your eyes and open it only slowly. Your eyes may not be able to perceive all the brightness. Is it not? So if you are in a dark room, you are asked to come out of the dark room, you are just coming out of it. What will happen? See, if you enter a theatre, cinema theatre, for a matinee show, out of the brightness, you may enter into a theatre which is full of darkness. You will see nothing. You will see nothing except the darkness. Your eyes should get accustomed to the darkness, and then it will slowly see the row of chairs and other things. It will slowly see. Likewise, the reverse process. If you come out of darkness to the brightness, your eye may not be able to see. It has to close the eyes and open it slowly to receive their lights. Likewise, in the darkness of ignorance, Anavam, the souls were plunging into the darkness. They were plunging into the darkness. Now God has given the extra tools to get them out of the darkness. So the wisdom, the soul's wisdom will not be immediately active. It will not be immediately active. That is why he is giving a single sense called the plants, tower. That is the first birth the souls are taking. Pullai, Pudai, Pudvai, Maramaki, Palbirgamaki, Paravayai. Directly the soul cannot assume a human body. It cannot use also. So slowly is bringing from birth to birth, from single sense to double sense, triple, then quadra. Likewise now with the penta. Then the supreme, this thing, common sense. You think about the actions of God, it's a help. How much He is merciful. How much facts He is taking care of. How much efforts He is putting forth to bring out the souls from the darkness, from the suffering. But do the souls reciprocate properly? Not by accepting God and offering some prayers. It's not enough. The true puja, the true worship is to understand His mercy. What He has done, lot of things He has done. Without expecting anything from us, or without even expecting you to acknowledge. He doesn't expect any acknowledgement. He is going on extending. You just think of, we have been in the birth of a dog, in the birth of a pig, whatever you name it, any birth you name it, you would have been assumed that birth also, and you have come from all the births, because Manivasagar, our Manivasagar, he claims that he has taken births of all forms. One sense, single sense, double sense. With the 5 senses, Mirgamai, Palvirgamai, Paravayai, Pambai, Peyai, Ganangalai. Ella Pirapum Pirandalitan. I have taken all births. Only in this birth. Oh Lord, I am able to understand your mercy, and I am surrendering in full. without any reservation, for you to take me along with you, for you to take me out of the sufferings along with you. That is the see, soul should understand what should be asked from God. What should be asked? What should be summoned? It shows what is the maturity of the soul. You ask a man what you ask from God. From that you can assume what is the maturity of that man. We should not go on climbing the whole worldly affairs. Worldly things, do you think that they will last? Of course, they may be helpful for you to live in this world. But think about your life after this world. That is the right aptitude for a soul to offer the worship. So, one power, Tirobhavam. You understand? Tirobhavam. It just gives all the tools, the body, and also it just it is a catalyst, we may say, for the souls to be active in this world. Because God expects that souls should perform, should act, and then because of the act, you should reap the harvest. It should enjoy, suffer like that. It should go on be doing something. It should, instead of inactive, let it do it something. See, you understand? People expect out of their children. If the children are inactive, they will be much worried. Let him be active. So God expects souls to be active first. Then later on, when it becomes active, then we can preach the souls. We can make the souls understand that what should be reached and what should be targeted. So that is an idea. So first of all, with the power is called the Tirobhavam. With that power, the God offers all the worldly things to the soul, the body, the tattvas. Not only the body, there is a thulam, sukshamam. Some of them are formless. See, those things we will come after this discussion. We may discuss all those things also there. So he is offering the tools. There are 35 tools he is offering. Out of which 31 are available to all common people. Specially brought out people here. They are called Arulalar. They are offered 36 tattvas, whereas we have been given 31 tattvas. They have been distributed over 5 bodies. Even though we have a body exposed to this world, seen by everybody, it is called a thulam. Thulam means with a form. Sukshama means formless. In between this, there is another stage called Aru Uruvam. That is formless form. Formless form, and then formless. So these 3 stages, God assumes to help the people or the souls. So what we have been trying to insist is the power is available in 2 stages. One is called Tirobhavam. Once the soul use the body, use the birth, and finally when it understands that it has to achieve the lotus feet of Almighty, not these worldly things. The first expectation, what God expects from us is to understand the mercy of God and to surrender to Him. So once the soul understands, then the Shakti, the second form, starts helping him. It is called Tiruvarud Shakti. So there are 2 forms of power. Sakti, mercy. The mercy, one type is called Marakarunai, another one is called Arakarunai. Marakarunai directs the souls to enjoy and suffer out of their deeds in this world, whereas Arakarunai paves the way, leads the souls to the Almighty to get out of the miseries and sufferings. I have only explained the first line of this song. Let me put a chart here. The chart is for the first song. It basically explains the first song. I will try to provide this in English also in our next session. Here, if you just see this is nothing but the representation of the first song. Renuga has done a wonderful work by giving coloring and all this chart. There is Suruba Sivam and Tiruvarul Tirobhavam and Tiroba the 2 and Layam Boham Adhikar 3 and then Aram Purul Inbam Bird the 4, Aimborigal 5, Ar Atuvakal 6 entries, Ar Atuvakal 7 Ulahangal, 7 words. The 7 words have been given separately also. So this is a basic chart, and I have also made ready another chart also pertaining to this song, with reference to this song also. Song, has it come over? The second chart? No, it has not come over. Anyway, now that we will see in the next class. I have just given you the chart. This I will go on explaining in our next class also. So there I will stop. The first line I have explained today. It has a lot of potential, this song. That is why Mrs. Saravanan was keen in presenting this first song to everybody. I do not know how I have made it, but anyway, I was trying to explain in English. See, language, of course, it may not be a barrier, but to transfer everything in Tamil to another language is a difficult task. I am trying to do my best, and by listening to further classes also, I think you will be able to understand much of these details, the Saiva Siddhantam. By explaining this song, we will be able to understand the basics of Saiva Siddhantam, the fundamentals of the Saiva Siddhantam, all those things we will be able to understand, even though not fully, to a certain extent. And let me thank once again, and I am availing this opportunity to thank our Qatar couple. People are doing a lot of things when they go out of this country. Of course, all those things are oriented about their lives. But Mrs. Saravanan and Mr. Saravanan, they have taken up a project in which they have done a very beautiful service of making this Saiva Siddhantam available in simple English to the beginners and to the learners. I think I will be more clear in future classes also. If you have any doubt, you are at liberty to ask me, and you can direct the questions to my mail or my secretary's number. You can mail or you can WhatsApp the questions, I will be pleased to answer all those questions, because we cannot claim that we have understood everything at the first shot itself. You have to sit. You have to take a lot of sittings. Only out of those sittings we will be able to appreciate and understand, and we can get clear of all the doubts. Okay, let me conclude this session with my Panchaksharam. I will utter 5 times. I will request you to join me wherever you are in this chanting of Panchaksharam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Our next session of explanation of this song will be on coming Saturday. I think it is 11th of June. At the same time, we will meet and discuss further about this first song of Tirumandiram. Tiruchittambalam. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, இந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.